Hey guys, and welcome to DJ Showcase with me, EVE. Today I have DEATHTRVP out of Tampa. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I know it was a long ride.
Oh, it kind of was.
Traffic sucks, right?
Yeah, traffic sucks.
Good old I-4. Yeah, you gotta love I-4. So tell everybody how you got started DJing.
I got started with a group actually. I produced before I DJ'd.
Okay.
So I started like that, and then my friends were like, "Yeah, we'll teach you how to DJ," and then they taught me on like the worst decks I have ever played on. They were like, "If you could play on the dumbest of decks, you could play on the best." So, yeah, it didn't. I still don't think I'm that great. I'm pretty sure I'm not that great, but I mean that's how I started, and then I like put my own spin on stuff pretty much from there, and that's pretty much about it.
So do you play in clubs in Tampa, or are you like?
I've jumped around so much.
Yeah.
Like, I've played in Orlando, I've played in Sebring, I've played in Tampa, and then like in between there, I've played in like little mini bars and stuff, jumping around. Other than that, it's been about it. I hope to one day go a little further, but we'll see like, how that goes.
You will.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
So who is your inspiration when you're DJing? Like what music style?
It jumps around a bit, but I definitely say I like things like Phase 1. I want to go for like this weird like metal aspect where like I grew up in like Warped Tour, like where the kids are just like legit just like moshing around, and like that's exactly what I want to see at the shows. So like that's how I kind of want to feel like the energy to go.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. But like definitely like metal drums, or I guess like Mastodon would be another good example of who I want to kind of like be, is like that weird death metal sound infused with like dubstep. I just want to make your parents sad. That's exactly what I want.
Or mad.
Yeah, or mad. Like, you know, turn that crap off in the other room. That's exactly what I want to hear from parents. That's what I'm going for.
So do you think you have your own unique style when you DJ?
I would definitely say so, because a lot of stuff sometimes doesn't do well and sometimes it does great. It just depends on like the crowd, and like sometimes I get a great crowd that's just like, yeah, I just want to rip somebody's head off, and then that's the crowd I'm looking for. And then there's sometimes they're like, I just want to hear the top 40. I'm like, yeah.
Dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, they're like, they're hearing death metal, and they're like, this is not what I wanted to hear. I wanted Drunken Love, and yeah, no, not what they're getting.
Gotcha. So what is it that you love about DJing and music?
I definitely say like, I like reactions. I like seeing like just weird people. I think that's probably the coolest thing, is like, yeah. You see somebody show up in like an ostrich mask, and you're just like, what is this weird shit that's going on right now? And I just like being weird, so I guess that just like ties into everything. Seeing like weird stuff at Warped Tour too, or like people just doing like the dumbest stuff is like probably like the funnest thing to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the one track that never gets old to you?
Weirdly enough, I have to hear it, and like I instantly like either my foot taps or I start headbanging, which probably isn't good because I'll be at work and people are like, "What's wrong with you?" It's definitely "Welcome to Mayhem" by Phase 1. It's like for some reason like it just gets my blood going, and I look like this weird maniac. Yeah, I start jumping around.
Do you take requests?
Oh hell no.
No.
Hell no. Drunken Love isn't happening.
Yeah,
Single Ladies isn't happening. No.
Okay. So, what do you think is like the one negative thing that's happened to you when you started DJing?
I learned a lesson, and I will totally admit this. What open format DJing was and what I played were like totally off. I got invited to play a show one time, and they were like, it's open format. And I was like, all right, cool. That means I play like top 40 stuff, and you mix like a few things in between. I got way carried away and started just playing dubstep, which was a really bad mistake. And I totally regret it. So like, I learned now, obviously, to like play towards the crowd somewhat if you can. Put your like spin on stuff that like you want to play, but you got to realize like people are there for like an experience, and if they don't get that, it's not what they want. They don't want to be there, obviously. Yeah. So you are the DJ, but you got to crowd control.
So for you, pretty much when you're DJing, people know what to expect.
Right, and I think like that's like part of like who you book to. Same time, like artists or clubs should know who to book, but like ultimately like you are the person that decides how that person's gonna go home for the night, and you should probably like be like really try to be hype, and I'm still working on it, but be as hype as you can be during your sets and play out.
Okay. So what's one mistake that you see a lot of in upcoming DJs now?
I would say playing to the crowd. But I really wouldn't know what else to say, honestly. I would say definitely, actually, I take that back. Focus on producing.
Okay.
That'll get you like way further in the long run if you want your career to go. Plus, you can make edits. I mean, you can learn so much more about producing, and you figure out like how sounds work. You can make crazy edits that blow you out of proportion, or like people will be like, "I've never heard that before." If you just, but they always want to do DJing first before they start producing because it looks cooler.
Yeah.
And you gotta produce before you DJ. I think that's to me at least.
Well, I think I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
It's good to do both
Mhm.
because you get both spectrums of it. All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. This was awesome.
Thank you, and I will see you next week.
All right.